Hey guys, this is Miss Avellán. Today we're going to talk about non-Mendelian genetics. And this may sound strange or weird, looks like a really long name, but it's actually something you may have seen before. Have you ever noticed that not all of the things can be explained by just dominant or recessive traits? That some of them don't really appear to be either dominant or recessive, but a mixture of both of them? Sometimes even traits can be controlled by more than one gene or more than one allele, like in the case of eye color that varies in so many different colors. And sometimes traits can depend on sex. For example, being colorblind, there's evidence that there are more color-blinded males than females. Why does that happen? Well, we're going to see it in here in non-Mendelian genetics. Today we're going to start with incomplete and codominance. Notice in here what we have seen before. The dominant is the dark one and the recessive is the lighter one. But in some cases, there's a mixture or blending of both. We're going to call that incomplete dominance, when the parents that are red and the parents that are white produce an offspring that is pink, so a mixture of both colors. In other cases, both alleles are expressed. A parent that is red and a parent that is white will produce an offspring that is spotted. Both red and white are present. We'll start with incomplete dominance. Notice that here in incomplete dominance we have a red rose and a white rose, here shown as being recessive because it is, but neither of them has completely dominance over the other. They're only partially expressed, blending both of the colors. This is a case of the 4 o'clock flowers. We have the red and the white flowers, and the mixture is a blending or a pink flower. So let's practice in your notebook crossing a red and white flower. Here is the genotype of the red flower, here is the genotype of the white flower, and here is the genotype of the pink flower. Let's write then, a red flower will be represented with A and A. Now let's make this a little bit darker so you can see it better. And the white flower will be represented with an lowercase a and lowercase a. When we make the cross, this is what we will find. Here we have 100% all showing the heterozygous type of phenotype and the heterozygous type of genotype. The genotype shows both alleles, but since none of them are completely dominant, what we will have is a pink color. And here we can practice again by crossing 2 pink flowers. So go ahead and in your notebook, cross 2 pink flowers. 2 heterozygous pink flowers. To cross 2 heterozygous pink flowers, we can put one parent here. Let's make this a little bit darker again. And the other parent right here. So when we move this parent over to this side, and this parent over to this side, here's the result of what we will have. Sorry, this one would be in here because these ones are moving over here, this one's over here, this one's over there, and that one's over there. So now look that we have an interesting mixture. We have 25% that will be homozygous dominant or red, percent that will be homozygous recessive or white, and 25 plus 25. It doesn't matter that this one has a different order than this one because the genes are the same. 50% of uppercase A, lowercase a that will be pink. So here we will have 25% is going to be AA, which will equal white. 25% is going to be uppercase A, which will equal red. And 25 plus 25, 50% will be AA. Let's look at the other case, which is called codominance. Notice that in here the title is of 2 colors. because in codominance, both alleles share dominance, so both are expressed. Here we have both colors in the phenotype. Rather than being a mixture of pink, we don't see pink at all. What we see is white and what we see is red. Or in the case of these very cute kittens, we have white, brown, and lighter brown. Here is another example of codominance. Notice that we are writing now both alleles with capital letters because none of them is really recessive. Let's make an exercise where we're going to practice codominance crossing a brown and white cow. And notice that in here, the cow that is white is represented with a W on the top, and the cow that is brown is represented with an R, and the cow that is spotted will be represented with R and W. So take out your notebook and try to represent the genotypes of these cows. In some cases, we can represent the genotype by writing a C and an uppercase W or a C and an uppercase R, but in this case, we're going to represent it simply with, instead of writing the C, we're just going to write the allele, which will be white and white in uppercase. Let's make this a little bit darker so you can see better. And let's represent the brown one with an R and an R. Once again, I don't have to write the C, although if you want to, that will be extra points. So the R is going to move on this side and on this side. And the W is going to move on this side and on this side, resulting in a total of 100% RW or 100% spotted cows. So in here, let's write the results, which will be 100% RW or 100% spotted cows. Let's go ahead and do another exercise since you're doing so well in here and practice crossing two roan cows. Roan is the name given to this type of spotted cow. So let's write in here the genotype of the crossed cow with an R and a W, and we'll make that a little bit darker so you can see it better. And the other one again with an R and a W because we're crossing two roan cows. Roan means spotted. So let's see what happens from two spotted cows. This one will be RR, this one will be RW. Here we have an RW and here we have a WW. So what are the results? 25% white cows, 25% red cows, or brown cows, and 25 plus 25, 50% of spotted cows. Let's write the results in your notebook. 25% RR or brown cow, 25% WW or white cow, and 50% RW or spotted cow, also called roan. Good job! And here is a small summary of what we just saw in the beginning. Dominant and recessive can mix to do incomplete dominance, showing a blend of both phenotypes, or codominance, showing an expression of both dominants. This is the end of codominant and incomplete dominance. Have a nice day!